What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering. Some breaking news. I know everyone's kind of got at least one eyeball on any potential updates in the Trump trial, which I will provide you here on this channel. The second the jury returns from deliberations, I will go live and we'll all discuss the findings together, hopefully. So make sure you have notifications on, make sure you're following and subscribed. But there was a massive data breach at Google that now has revealed their most closely guarded secrets, their search algorithm. Over the coming days, the 2,500 page document release will almost certainly be gone over by people much smarter than me, who will see and be able to dig through this and figure out essentially what it all means. This is an unprecedented look under the hood of how Google search works, and suggests that Google has not been entirely truthful about it for years. So far, Google has refused to comment. This is going to open them up to massive lawsuits. I suspect we are going to find definitive evidence of them trying to put their finger on the scales of various, political related searches and so much more. So strap in. We're going to go through this right now. Make sure if you haven't yet, you leave a like on the video, and if you haven't, please do subscribe or follow. It would be immensely helpful for, well, me. Now, let's talk about this article here. Let's open this up. Here we go. Explosive leak, sounds like Taco Bell, reveals Google's closely guarded search algorithm secrets. A massive leak of internal documents purportedly revealing the inner workings of Google's search algorithm, and I suspect YouTube's as well, has sent shockwaves through the tech industry and search engine optimization community. The Verge reports that the leaked documents spanning 2,500 pages. By the way, I'm sure YouTube and Google are going to suppress this, so make sure you share it. An unprecedented glimpse at how Google's search algorithm ranks websites, a process that has long been shrouded in mystery. The leak was shared with Rand Fishkin, from SEO Moz, shout out, an SEO expert with over a decade of experience, by a source who hoped to counter what they believed were lies spread by Google employees about the search algorithm's functionality. While the leaked information is highly technical and may be more accessible to developers and SEO professionals, by the way, that's what I did. That was my first job out of college. Was search engine optimization, back when Google actually let you try and rank for certain things, back when exact match domains were really good and all this kind of stuff. It offers valuable insights into Google's data, collects from web pages, sites, and searchers. Although the documents do not definitively prove that Google uses the mentioned data and signals for search rankings, they do provide indirect clues about what the companies deem important according to SEO. Now, obviously, this will probably all change by the end of the day. The leak touches on various aspects of Google's search algorithm, including the handling of sensitive topics like elections, the treatment of small websites, and the types of data that's collected from the public and utilized. Notably, some of the information appears to contradict public statements made by Google representatives, as highlighted by both Fishkin and King. Quote, "Lied is harsh, but it's the only accurate word to use here," King wrote in his analysis of the documents. "While I don't necessarily fault Google's public representatives for protecting their proprietary information, I do take issue with their efforts to actively discredit people in marketing, tech, and journalism worlds who have presented reproducible discoveries." Google has not yet publicly disputed the legitimacy of the leaked documents, despite multiple requests for comment from The Verge. However, Google employees did reach out to Rand Fishkin, and asked him to modify some language in his post regarding the characterization of an event. The search giant's secretive algorithm has given rise to an entire industry of marketers who closely follow Google's public guidance and optimize websites for millions of companies worldwide. The widespread use of these tactics has led to the perception that Google search results are deteriorating. They are and have for the last 10 years. Cluttered with low-quality content, and website operators feel compelled to produce and maintain visibility. We'll also understand that the big picture for Google is to replace websites and simply serve users AI-generated content. That's the long-term picture for Google. So Google will steal the information from your website, aggregate it for users, and then still put ads on it. That's ultimately the long-term plan, at least in my opinion, based on what I understand about Google and their current AI efforts. It obviously also raises questions about the accuracy of Google's public statements regarding how search works. For example, while Google representatives have repeatedly indicated that Chrome data is not used for ranking pages, the documents specifically mention Chrome in the sections discussing how websites appear in the search results. Another point of contention is the experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthy in ranking, the EEAT. Although Google representatives have previously stated that it is not a ranking factor, the document suggested that Google collects author data from pages and has a field indicating whether an entity on the page is actually the author. This is definitely going to open them up to some lawsuits, I would guess. I would suspect. You obviously see here the liberal bias of the search engine has grown more obvious during the past decade, but few American citizens seem to care enough about the situation to do anything about it. We are a nation of gullible people. Yeah, that's probably true. Google needs a real competitor. Difficult to make a case in the case of a giant, but it's not unprecedented in the IT industry. No single company should have the power Google has. These are all in comments on it. And when a company amasses such power, it should either be broken up or on antitrust grounds or regulated as a public utility. Google and BlackRock are two examples of companies that should be broken up into little pieces. When Standard Oil was broken up, more wealth was created than ever would have been after it remained a monopoly. Massive fortunes were created, and the Rockefellers themselves became all the wealthier for the breakup. The Bell system was broken into 8 pieces in the 80s. Since then, massive fortunes and untold wealth have been created as the baby bells merge themselves into 2 operating units. I mean, there's no major reason not to look at breaking this up. If you look at the actual coverage on The Verge, Rand Fishkin is a guy I know, by the way, and I've worked with over the years through various companies. He worked at SEO Moz, or he's a creator of SEO Moz, and then they later renamed it to Moz. Rand Fishkin worked in SEO for more than a decade, says the source shared the documents with him and hopes that the reporting on the leak would counter the lies that Google employees have shared about how their algorithm works. The documents touch on topics such as what kind of Google data Google collects and uses, which sites Google elevates for sensitive topics like elections, how Google handles small websites, much more. Essentially, they've lied. Google has not responded to any requests. Fishkin told The Verge in an email that the company has not disputed the veracity of the leak, but an employee did ask him to change some language in the post regarding how an event was characterized. Now, many people, are wondering, well, how does this affect me? What's going on? Well, this is probably the single largest data leak out of Google in history, and in specificity, it is the most important leak because the search algorithm, while I would argue is not for public knowledge, it's still a product that they offer. It's still a proprietary product. We do know, or we have long speculated, that the Google search algorithm was the most important tool in suppressing free speech, in suppressing inconvenient speech. It was used to suppress independent, opinions that differed from the generally approved narrative. This is almost certainly the similar algorithm that is used in the YouTube search engine or some derivative, some part of it, almost certainly. Some details of these documents call into question the accuracy of Google's public statements and regarding on how it worked. You see here, how they put sites like Vogue and The Verge and all this kind of stuff. They also detailed how Google appeared to collect author data from a page, something they previously said they didn't do. They do say this, so the documents aren't exactly a smoking gun. They do provide a deep, unfiltered look at how tightly guarded the black box system is. The United States government antitrust case against Google, which revolves around search, has also led to internal documentation becoming public, offering further insights into how the company's main product works. Google's general caginess on how search works has led to websites looking the same as SEO marketers try to outsmart Google based on hints that the company offers. Fishkin also calls out the publications credulously propping up Google's public claims as truth without much further analysis. Historically, some of the search industry's loudest voices and most prolific publishers have been happy to uncritically repeat Google's public statements, which we now know are lies. They write headlines like Google says XYZ is true rather than Google claims XYZ. Evidence suggests otherwise. Fishkin writes, please do better. If this leak and the DOJ trial can create just one change, I hope this is it. Well, I mean, I don't know if this has affected Google's stock at all or how this affects, well, it doesn't look good. I want to pull up Google and then look at their stock and see, obviously, let's see, over the last 5 days. Well, I would say that it has been going down today. You would say today the stock went down from $176 all the way down to $173. Pretty big drop, a 2% drop, representing billions of dollars in market cap. It's down $5 over the last 5 days, but obviously now that this leak is out there, maybe people are worried, about the AI and their failure to be an AI, to get that going. They're worried about, obviously, now their search algorithm getting out and increasing the likelihood that they may lose the antitrust case. They may get broken up. It'll be interesting to watch as all this shakes out, but it's good timing. It's definitely good timing. I think people need to be looking much deeper at Google and how they get their data and how they've assembled their data and how they've built their monopoly, because it absolutely needs to get broken up. In my opinion, they have simply way too much power. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.